Hello lovely people, thanks a lot for clicking on this video. I'm really grateful for many of you who are subscribed and many of you who keep watching and keep coming back to watch. Thank you so much. And for many of you that keep coming back and yet you are not yet subscribed, it's free, so please do subscribe. Thanks a lot. So today we're going to be learning on something. It's going to be a long video, so for it not to be a long video, I'm going to try to break it into two. So it's either we have 2 videos or we have 3 videos, but we want to talk about something that we're going to be talking about something that is like a major challenge. If studies have shown that part of the major challenges that teenagers actually have or go through could be classified into 10, or rather there were 10 of them that were itemized, but we're going to be talking about the 3 major ones that teenagers go through. So today we'll be looking at stress, depression, and suicide. So these are the 3 major things that teenagers go through. So relax, sit back, and let's delve into this video right away. I was actually alarmed when I found out that stress made it to the list. As in, I'm like, teenagers, what is stressing you out? What type of stress are you going through? I mean, you don't work. You are not struggling to put food on the table for most of you. You are not paying your fees yourself for most of you. You are not, what are you stressed about? I mean, if a grown man or woman, an adult tells me they are stressed, I understand. But then when a teenager says that they are stressed, it amazes me. But do you know, when I found out that each time I ask teenagers, are you stressed? And they say yes, I've decided, or rather I have gotten to the point where I don't take it for granted anymore. Really, it is a problem and it is something that we need to pay attention to. I am in Nigeria, full-fledged, and trust me, it is when we just hear somebody say you are stressed, we're like, come on, you are so lazy, you lazy somebody, will you get your body moving? But really, these guys get stressed, and being stressed is generally not a bad thing. Sometimes it actually gives you the instinct to move into something better, or to decide to make a change in what it is that you're doing. So it is like a signal for you to make a right decision, or it's like a signal for you to change course in what you are doing. So when you are stressed, it simply means, okay, change direction, okay, make another decision, okay, make another turn, do something differently. But most times we find out that people have decided to live with it instead of doing something about it. So when teenagers get stressed, most of the major things that get them stressed, you find out that they're either trying to win their parents over, they're trying to be better, the stress of trying to be better, the stress of doing well academically, the bar that their parents have set for them, the ability to be able to attain it, the stress of, am I going to, trust me, they are also stressed about if they're going to be a good husband or good wife. It's part of the things that stresses them up. Yes, it's alarming, right? But yes, it's part of the things that get them stressed. Then now, that one is just a general thing of things that get them stressed. But guess what? Since we were not able to achieve many things growing up, and now parents have the money to throw here and there, then they keep throwing things at their children. Trust me, from an early age, a child is capable of learning several languages, and several other things. So you can keep throwing things at your teenager. But now, in Nigeria, in Lagos especially, we have children not getting home till 4 p.m. Now, these children have left their home since very early in the morning. They are to be in school by 7:30. So definitely they would have woken up at, say, at least 6 o'clock, right? So their day starts at 6 for most. And then they are not getting home till past 4. And during that period while they were at school, it's not as though they had time to just sit back and play. Yes, there's recess. They have recess, they have break, but that is not enough for a child to rest their head. They'll prefer to be gisting with their friends, or they prefer to run to the tuck shop to go buy stuff to eat and all of that. By the time they're getting home, guess what? There's a lesson teacher waiting for them. After the lesson teacher is done, say 1 hour or 2, now calculate this, that was past 4, so now 2 hours or 1 hour 30 minutes. The teacher doesn't leave till about 6. Then at 6 o'clock, he either has basketball practice, or he has music practice, or he has swimming classes. One of these things, they are shuffled during the week. And then for some other ones, they have several other classes that they have to take. So this child is busy from 6 a.m. till say somewhat around 9 p.m., 10 p.m. And God help you, you come from a family where you don't have house help, where there is no maid or nobody to do the chores for you. Your chores are still waiting for you to do. That's a typical day for an average Nigerian child living in Lagos. That is how it goes. So it is not bad, don't get me wrong, it's not bad to throw things at your child and watch your child bounce back. I think we should, each time we keep throwing these things at them, my honest opinion is that as you throw these things at them, watch them bounce and stabilize. But each time you just keep throwing things at them and you don't care, then when they are not doing so well at certain things, you begin to shout. You are not even just shouting, you begin to call them lazy. When you begin to call them lazy or begin to call them names, it's difficult for them to voice out that they are stressed. And then for teenagers that also have boyfriend and girlfriend, I don't know, see, this is a story, this is a gist for another day. But I don't know what you're doing having a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Studies have shown that you cannot cope. You honestly cannot cope emotionally. Can you hear the several things that I have talked about concerning teenagers? Then now you've now thrown emotional one inside it again. Does he love me? Does he not love me? Why is she not responding to my text? Why is she not talking to me? And then that one now will take a large part of your energy and your day. So I'm now wondering, as an adult, it's difficult to cope. How are you coping as a teenager? So that is all part of what is stressing you up. So parents and teenagers alike, let's watch out for these signs. There are many signs actually that tells us that teenagers are stressed. If your child, who usually loves to play or who is usually hyperactive, suddenly begins to shrink and want to be by himself, suddenly decides that he wants to do things solo, or he's not interested in several activities that used to make him lively, watch out. Is a sign, a big sign. Your teenager is not eating as he should. These are actually signs for both stress, depression, and when a child is becoming suicidal. So these are the same signs that you see. It's not that it gets worse as time goes by. So when your child is not eating, he's not sleeping, he's beginning to behave slowly, as in very slow. He's no more excited, cannot motivate himself. And this is not just, you don't just see the signs in one day. It has shown itself over some time. The child might be sick, but then when it is not sickness, you should know that your child is stressed. His attention span is beginning to reduce. Someone that could pay attention for an hour, over an hour without being distracted, suddenly, in less than 5 minutes, he's agitated. He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to pay attention, or rather, he's daydreaming, or she's daydreaming. We know how to daydream a lot. Yes, girls, thank you. We daydream a lot. But then that aside. So you find out that there are signs that show, but most times we term them as being lazy or laziness, or we term it to be something else. But let's pay attention to these things. Pay attention to these things. And then there are things that you can do to help your teenager. You can get a psychological help. You can get a psychologist to be on his case, or get a mental doctor to be on his case. Or you can simply try this few things. Talk with your child. When the child is stressed, it is still redeemable. So speak with your child. Have that conversation with your child. What is stressing you? Do you love music at all? Okay, you've been swimming for over a year now. Do you find it interesting, or should we just ditch it? And then he will tell you, I think swimming we can do without swimming. Let me focus on music, since I love music a lot. So let him focus on learning music or playing his instruments. Then you can remove swimming from it. I mean, he has learned the basics. It's not as if he's going to go for Olympics. So why are we stressing the guy? So all these things are things we should focus on. So speak with him and then try to take him outdoor more. I keep saying him, right? Is him or her? But you know, when I say him, I mean both parties. So it also shows, studies have also shown that when they are outdoor, taking in a bit of fresh air helps them. Doing exercises, sports, helps them also. It helps their mind. It helps them breathe in. It helps them taking a lot of nature. So take them out to the park, take them out to the field, take them out wherever. They should play a game, play a sport. Not computer games, sir. Not computer game, ma. They should play a certain sport that will actually help them to breathe and then come to want to talk. So spend time speaking with them. Spend time trying to know the things that stress them up. Help them help them take it aside. Yes, we know growing up, this thing is too, we know they talk, say person dey stress. Why? Because they will term us as being lazy. But things have changed. Time has changed. So please, let's try to focus on these things and help our teenagers. So in the next video, we're going to be talking about depression. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah.